Micah gotta wanna be paid. Jake Ferguson signed a 4-year extension, and we have a rookie that's been demoted. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Cowboys Huddle podcast, your go-to spot for all things Dallas Cowboys. Whether it's breaking news, game day updates, insider rumors, or honest fan takes, we've got you covered. We're diving deep into the star every week, bringing you the latest and the loudest from Cowboys Nation. So hit that subscribe button, buckle up, and let's ride with America's team.
What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan, Hampton, and it's Monday Night Micah. Give it up. And you know I am joined by the one and only, the Clifford Tarno. Give it up for Clifford.
Hello, fam.
How you doing, Cliff? You doing okay today, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing real good.
Well, we are moving right along, man. We are getting closer to preseason, man. There's some things that's taking place, and there's a lot of things that's going on. I'm sure you've been keeping up with what's going on here lately. We got a situation. We got some paydays, man. Give it up. There's been some paydays going on. Whoop, whoop. But it's not who we thought it was going to be. So it's been told that Jake Ferguson has signed a 4-year contract extension worth $52 million with the Dallas Cowboys, which includes a $30 million guaranteed and a $12 million signing bonus. This extension makes him the highest paid tight end in Cowboys history. Ferguson drafted in the 4th round of 2022 NFL draft and has shown significant growth. 149 receptions for 1429 and 7 touchdowns in his first 3 seasons. So give it up for Jake Ferguson. You know, that's awesome. My son was drafted in the 4th round, and we didn't make it that high, but God almighty. What do you think about that? I mean, congratulations, Jake Ferguson.
I'm all for it. I think Jake Ferguson. I mean, I still miss Dalton Schultz a little bit, and I wish they would have came to an agreement with Dalton Schultz a little bit. But Jake Ferguson's a great tight end. He's not epic. He's not top
They
five in
don't
the
like it.
league, but he's top 15 tight end. He's going to get you yards. He can block really well. I think it's a good deal.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know if this was Jerry being petty. I'm just
I
saying,
mean, what's it come out to? Like 12 million a year?
yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
and it
it's
is it's great. But can you imagine what Jake would? I mean, he's been here in the news. Micah, Jerry, Micah, Steven, Micah, And, and I guess they call him up and they basically say, hey, Jake, we're gonna pay you. Jake probably like, who me? Me. Oh, okay, great.
you know how Jerry Jones is, man. It's always try and get your attention over here while I'm doing something over here. You
It's,
know,
it's
yeah.
in
I
between.
just I was really excited since the draft because you know how many interviews Jerry Jones has done since the draft before training camp started.
Yeah, yeah.
I was so excited. I was like, oh, finally, maybe he's stepping away. Maybe he's stepping back. And then training camp. And the first interview, what does he do? It's like
Exactly.
terrible.
Exactly. Throwing players under the bus. Oh my God. And I said, okay, man, this is great. We really hadn't heard from Jerry Jones this year.
I
And I'm like,
know.
okay, it was great. He's taking it
It's
back, taking
so
the back seat.
fantastic. We
That's not
all
the
got
case.
suckered into that thought.
Yeah, we have, man. We really have. And like I said, congratulations to Jake Ferguson, man, as far as his engagement. I think he's getting married. So I know
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
not going nowhere soon. So she's gonna stick around
yeah.
for a while. And
Isn't
so
he?
yeah,
Isn't he dating one of the? He's engaged to the girl that he's been dating for a couple of years. She's one of the twins that played basketball or softball or something like that. Like she's a big
something like
sports
I
figure
think it's
herself.
softball. Yeah, she's a pretty
Yes,
girl, man. Real
yeah,
pretty. Yeah, so yeah, man, the guy got some great.
congratulations.
Say that again.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, man. I'm not hating. I wish, man, $52 million. Dang it. Oh, I'm in the wrong business, but I'm a little bit too old right now. So, with that being said, man, you see the title here. It says Micah gotta wanna be paid. Hold on. Let's I can't make this up, Cliff. I can't make this up. And this is what was said. It's brought to us by CBS Sports. So I guess this is Steven. Steven said, we want to pay Micah too. He got to want to be paid, Jones said. Foster said this Monday he wants to be in Dallas long term, but seems okay with the alternative if the deal is not reached. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long things take, Parsons says. There's a lot. There's not much really movement, man. I want to be here. I always stated I want to be here, but at the end of the day, they sign a check like always. So, what do you think, my man?
Well, I think Jerry Jones is wearing off a little bit on Steven Jones, and that scares me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to say something as just bona fide bonehead as that, yeah, Mike has got to want to be paid. Listen, you once again take one of your top talent guys and you push the buck down the road and just keep kicking the can. You
Yeah,
could have signed him a year
yeah,
ago, right? Could have. You could have signed him 6 months ago. You have sat there and waited to where now two other guys have already been. One guy set the market, one guy exceeded the market. What are you expecting? Are you expecting Micah doesn't want the same kind of money? Regardless if you think, Micah's worth 40 million or plus, but you got to pay the guy. You got to quit kicking the can. This is three contracts, and truly, if you want to think about it, before Dax was D-Laws, right? That D-Law contract, that extension that they signed 2 years
yeah.
before, they keep passing the buck. They keep kicking the can down the road, and then they say stupid stuff.
That
I'm
drags it
trying
on.
not to. I'm trying not to, use profanity with them. But dear Lord, is it frustrating as a Cowboys fan to sit there and watch your future owner say something as sorry asinine as what his father says.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, before we go any further, I got back. He's in here as well, so I want to get him in. I thought he was working tonight. I didn't know this guy. His schedule is so. I don't know if he. Give it up for football junkie. Good grief!
What a
Oh, this guy
junkie! What's
here.
up,
I
brother?
mean, his new name needs to be Ghost because I don't know if he's coming or going. What's up, football junkie? How you doing, brother?
Hey, how y'all fellas doing tonight?
Man, blessed, baby, blessed.
Yeah, we're on this topic right now, man. Appreciate you can come in, man. We didn't know, like I said, I didn't know your schedule. I said I think he's working, so I didn't want to bother you. But I'm glad you was able to come on. When you called me, I knew. I said let me send him the link. So glad to have you on tonight, brother, as well, man. But so we're talking about uh what Stephen Jones says. Micah gotta want to be paid.
Exactly. That face, exactly. Like that's
What is
Jerry Jones type
what is
stuff. What are we
that?
what are we talking about?
That's some southern twang there. Micah gotta want to be paid. This guy has left everything on the field. I mean, and Cliff just said it. We keep kicking the can down the road when it comes to these top-notch players, and we can't continue to expect these players to, have a clear mind frame, knowing that here we got Jake Ferguson just signed, and he's probably sitting over like, what the crap. So, what is your take on this? Micah gotta want to be paid. What does that mean to you? And what's going on?
I'm really lost for words, but I'll be honest with you. They playing with real live fire because Michael Parsons' agent is the same agent as Pickens. So how you wanna dance with the devil and still want to win? I mean, let's be real. Let's be honest about this situation here. Uh, Micah want to have to be paid. Micah has played like
To be
he has
paid.
want to be paid and should be paid. You talking about a guy the latter half of the season that played with one arm.
Give it up. Hold on. Hold that thought. This is ridiculous. Yeah.
I mean, that's if that's not barbarian, I don't know what barbarian is. That's very barbaric right there to go out there and lay it all on the field like nothing's even going on. We even saw Micah grimacing in pain during that stint. He was playing with basically one arm, and he still was highly effective. He still was getting babysitted. So you telling me that the baby don't need his bottle?
Reward him. Give it up. That's a good one. So this is now this is what Jerry said now. Cliff, Jerry said this. He say just because we pay a player don't necessarily we got him. Wait a minute.
I
But
love the fact that he said that he missed 6 games when he only missed 4.
Oh my God.
this is they see Steven is picking up what Jerry is gonna leave it to him at. They playing the shenanigans and the charades with the media. This is media hoopla. That's all this is. I mean, it's been so much going on with the players till they're being outshined by the players. And the Joneses haven't had their 10 minutes of fame yet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pay that man and get your fame, dude.
Well, but listen what he said. He said just because we pay him don't necessarily mean we got him. That is because of a poor decision that Jerry made, which was you waited to pay Dak. You waited to pay Dak when you could have paid Dak in a year of advance, but you waited to pay Dak. And then guess what? You gave him the $240 million. And sure enough, he went out there and got hurt. So what you're going to do, you're going to punish Micah Parson because, oh, we won't do that again. No, no, you've already done it. So we're here. Here we are now. Either you pay him now or you pay him later, but you're going to have to pay him. So, Cliff, with that being said, do you continue to wait? Or you think this is going to draw out to September again, like we did with Dak?
Oh, one thing I love about what Micah's doing, right, is Micah's there. Micah's
Yeah.
at camp. Um, I don't know if he's a full participant or if he's just, you know, building that camaraderie, right?
Yeah.
Or if he's just doing the workouts, whatever it may be. But I think it's high time something has to really sit there and bite the Joneses in the butt. And I hate to say it, I have a feeling it's going to be this.
Well, and that's cool. I mean, but again, here he is. He's not working out with the rest of the team, and that's what happened to Dak. Dak no, Dak was there, wasn't he? He was there. Yeah, he was there. But
It was
again,
CeeDee Lamb. It was CeeDee Lamb that wasn't playing. It
okay,
was
yeah,
CeeDee Lamb that wasn't. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. So whatever the
But that
reason
that
is,
hurt. I mean, that right there hurt the chemistry on that offense.
yeah.
So it's at least CeeDee Lamb wasn't even there at camp for his. He didn't come to camp or nothing. He didn't travel with the team. Micah is at least traveling with the team. He is there on the sidelines at least. Again, I haven't seen video of Micah practicing, but I
I
know
mean,
he's still working out
Yeah.
inside the facility, weight training and stuff like that with the guys, right?
Right.
Um, I mean, you know, we've already seen how many injuries right now for this last week. Soft
Yeah.
tissue stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get
You
into
know,
that too.
so it's one of those things. It's that catch 22. Everybody knows what a catch 22 is. It's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
for sure. So well,
so
here's Michael Parsons' contract. Said Michael Parsons signed a 4-year contract worth $17 million. Okay. with the Dallas Cowboys, which include a $9 million signing bonus and an average salary of $4,269,948 in 2025. He will earn a base salary of $24,707. And additionally, he is reported seeking a $200 million contract. Now, this is what Jerry Jones said. And I'm just going to just throw this out here like Jerry said. He said we are paying Michael Parsons $24 million to do nothing. So he's getting paid pretty well. This is what the owner is saying. That's just like football junkie. You going to work and you just standing around, and the owners. Hey, listen, you show up to work and you just standing around, but we paying you this money. So does Jerry has a legitimate gripe when he says this? This guy's making $24 million standing around doing nothing. So football junkie, is there some legitimate gripe in that?
No, it's no legitimate griping in none whatsoever. Hardly ever. I mean, I just have to just go back to what I was just saying earlier, man. Just they playing on the media, man. They playing on the media big and heavy. You know, long as they on Fox Sports and ESPN and being talked about, even if it's good or bad. Hey, they man. Only thing I can come up with, man, is that they are trying to be the distraction to keep everything focused off of the player personnel itself. They just trying to be a distraction. That's
But
all they probably be, man. They trying to brew up some distractional situations so everybody can talk about what they're saying, what they're not doing, what they should be doing in lieu of what's going on the practice field.
it is a topic. I must say that is a topic. But I think Brian Schottenheimer is making enough news media in itself as far as how these practices are going. Cliff,
Right.
I think that in itself has a lot going on, and how they're talking about the culture and the competitive competition that they got going on and playing under pressure. So, um, is this a tactic that he's? Oh, this guy.
Listen,
The
let's not
Cowboys have
forget.
been
Let's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Junkie.
man, the Cowboys have been talked about in this spectrum since the 90s, dog. If you look
Hmm.
at it, think
But
about it, they have been talked about in this format since the 90s. We done
And
heard
Mike.
all this other stuff about the Cowboys. We've been hoping and wishing for roughly 30 years. But when is the last time the Cowboys really been talked about like this?
Hmm. Yeah, that's something. What
since
do you got, Cliff?
Since Jimmy Johnson came in, I mean, no, I completely agree with Junkie on this, right? The Cowboys haven't been talked about in this regards since Jerry Jones first bought the team, brought in an unknown coach from Miami. That coach brought in a bunch of unknown guys, except for one who was what was it? North Turner was the offensive
Long
coordinator, I
term.
think, when Jimmy Johnson first came
Yep.
in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then dude made a big splash with a big trade,
Yeah.
Herschel Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
also saw the demise of the Cowboys starting to happen at that moment because the coach and the players were being talked about more than someone else.
Well, now you bring up you know what, that's a great statement that you just made, because somebody
Yeah.
did a comparison of the Jimmy Johnson era when he first came in. Well, not really when he first came in, but when they began winning, and they was talking about the coaching staff, and basically the average age on that era with Jimmy Johnson was 44 years of age.
When he
And here
first
we
started
are.
in '88,
Yeah, and here we are today. Brian Schottenheimer and his coaching staff are all. Come on. I know we're actually we're reaching, but it's something. Let's make the comparison. But they're saying that his coaching staff are in their the mid 40s. So maybe not. maybe not.
it's a comparison, right? And it's the first time that we've had this legitimately
Yeah.
since the '90s. So then that's all we're doing. We're not saying, oh my God, here we go. The Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
No, people listen and listen. It's these are the what we're dealing with, right? Why is Jerry Jones saying and doing some of the things that he's doing right now at this moment versus like we said earlier, all since the draft, we haven't heard. I can't think of one actual interview Jerry Jones has done from draft to training camp during the OTAs. I don't remember ever hearing an interview from him, right? But now we have a quarterback, or sorry, a coach that has come in and is really gaining on this spotlight, right? That
Yeah.
spotlight gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And what does Jerry Jones hate the most out of anything? Somebody other than him having the spotlight and people listening to what he says.
Ugh.
Exactly.
So yeah, this
Exactly.
could be a huge ploy of not paying Micah Parsons because Jerry Jones needs the light. Everybody's focusing on nobody's
Oh,
focusing on
that
how the
is
team's
petty.
doing.
That is petty, Cliff. That
Ah,
is so.
listen, you know Jerry Jones is petty.
Oh
Come
my
on.
Very
God.
petty. Very
You
petty.
know Jerry Jones is very petty like that because now
Very
for the
petty.
last week, seriously, for the last week since that interview, how much have we focused on the actual team versus what Jerry Jones and Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones are actually saying versus what the team's actually doing?
True.
Exactly.
That is so true.
Exactly.
Throwing your quarterback under the bus, throwing your cornerback under the bus, and yeah, and but and basically what
Ah,
Jerry's saying, I'm their boss. They play for me, so that's basically what he was saying. Because the media is asking these questions, so he had to play the big dog and let them know. Well, they play for me, and so he throws them under the bus. Like you say, just because you pay somebody, not necessarily mean but that was your mistake. But with that being said, so Jerry was at practice and it says Jerry Jones says Cowboys fans pay Micah chants were faint. Little sound. Jerry Jones heard the pay Michael chant from Dallas Cowboy fans during the team's opening day ceremony at training camp over the weekend, but he was not concerned. Sound like an average owner to me, right?
Jerry gonna pay this dude,
sounds
man.
like Jerry Jones.
Sounds just like
Jerry,
Jerry
Jerry
Jones.
gonna pay this man. He gonna pay it.
Yeah, he has to.
He,
He has
he
to.
gonna
So
pay it. He gonna pay it.
yeah. So with that
Jerry
being
just
said,
so
guys,
full of it, man.
yeah, I agree with you. I think so, man. So we got to get into this Dallas Cowboy training camp injury report. So entering week 2. So I know you guys have heard, but let's get off on the ones that that happened recently. We got tight end Brevin Span 4 has an ankle sprain. Does not sound serious, but we'll miss a few days. Right tackle Terrence Steele has an ankle return to practice today. Will slowly work back in. Deuce Vaughn has a hamstring. She'll return this week. Wide receiver Paris Campbell, unknown lower body, avoided a serious injury, will remain out for a few days. And safeties Wanye Thomas, unknown lower body injury. So, with that being said, we also have Rob Jones. Man, we just brought Rob Jones in this season, man, and I thought this was a steal, but it has been told that he has a broken bone in his neck.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yes, a broken bone in his neck. They said about 2 to 3 months. Cliff, have you heard anything else about this?
I have not. It's pretty recent news. I don't know if we're going to hear anything. They're definitely not going to have him on pup because I think this is an 8 week recovery
Yeah,
thing. If it all depends. I think they're doing more scans today on this.
yeah,
So we have to find out the severity of this. The
yeah.
one that is concerning to me right now is Thomas. That one's very concerning to me.
Who is this?
But
Oh
we'll
yeah,
have
Thomas.
to Thomas, yeah. But I think we'll have to wait till the scans come back. We'll have to see if something like this, if it's just is it a fracture or is it actually like broken? Is it? I mean,
Yeah,
we'll wait to see. I think we'll let's see. This is Monday. I think we'll know more probably Thursday,
yeah.
and then
Dang, I hate
it
that.
all depends from there. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
anytime you have something like that because I mean look how many guys have had broken bones in their neck area that continue to play, right? Van Der
yeah.
Esch, Sean Lee. I mean you have guys that have this that kind of injury that
Yeah.
it's, okay, cool, 8 weeks out and we're back in the game. But then you have some that they look at it deep enough and go like, hey, bro, one hit,
Yeah. Michael Irvin.
Yeah,
Michael Irvin.
one
yeah,
He's the
hit,
guy.
yeah, one hit, you're
Yeah.
done. So, prayers, of course, are for all
Yeah.
those guys. But prayers for clean scan, clean report come back, and something that's not going to end his career. You know, a few
Yeah.
weeks out, so be it. But I think if everything comes back clear, we're looking at 8 weeks, which still puts him before week 4. I mean, heck, we're still August 4th, no, September 4th. September
Yeah.
4th is, I mean, we're
Yeah.
still
yeah.
shoot, we're right there about 6 weeks out. So as long as he can keep cardio up, keep that up, yeah, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine for a week 4 return, possibly.
So now, football junkie, when we look at this front line, we're looking at, well, before I even get into that, but also the latest injury is Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton went down today.
Yeah.
It's been reported that they're not sure. Could be ACL. They're not for sure what that is. But yeah, he got up and he's able to walk off the field on his own. But dude, I don't know, man. So with that being said, football junkie, we're gonna be pretty thin on this front line for a minute anyway. So should we think there was a guy that's out there on free agents, Wilkins, I think that was his name. I can't remember, but should we start looking into some of these veterans to bring in, or do we look down our depth chart?
I feel like we should play with our depth chart and see what these guys working with. We still looking at the preseason coming up. We on the cusp of the preseason, so we
Right.
got 3 weeks of preseason. You need to check your depth out and see what's going on. Because with Tyler Guyton having his situation, not knowing how serious it is, and then you look at Steele, I'm not big on Steele because I don't think Steele tough. I don't think he's tough. Um, he pulled himself out a couple of games last season. Um, However, let's see what we got in the fold and work with that
Yeah,
and build up and build their morale up, get that confidence going and whatnot, and see how those guys can pitch with the starting lineup and see what they can do. Because uh, as soon as we get healthy at our starters, we know what we got at backup.
yeah. It'll get to be a good audition for the backups. It really would. But this is what I want to share with you guys as well. But if you guys hadn't been noticing, this front offensive line scheme has totally changed, Cliff.
Oh yeah,
There's no more combo block. Cliff, what I have seen is these guys are doing the gap scheme control, the gap scheme blocking. These guys are running down field. When was the last time we seen our linemen? So what they're doing, they're actually coming off the line, and the line is taking their defenders this way, which allows their running back to run in behind them and find the nearest gap and take the gap. But what's happening? They're taking that push and then they're releasing upfield. Oh my God! Well, that brought. Wait, excuse me, guys.
that's real tempo right there. That's
I'm
that's that's
sorry.
a
Is
fast
it
paced
is is
offense.
is
And
that
Bring
is that a
tears to my
tier? Is that a tier from missing the 1990s because our offensive line actually looks like it's doing something?
Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Yes, that's exactly what that is, man. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Cliff, these guys, I mean, these guys are
Run
trucking.
scheme, run scheme, baby.
that's that run scheme for
I'm
real.
sorry.
Cause
I'm sorry. Does anybody remember Larry Allen?
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
heck yeah,
Shoot, shoot.
Right,
Tell me,
heck
guys,
yeah,
we
right.
coming right at you.
shoot,
Oh my
heck yeah. Remember Larry Allen?
So this is their scheme, man. And when you look at one of their videos, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. These guys are not just blocking, but they're blocking, passing the man on it, and they're releasing downfield, and these running backs are running right behind them. So, man, that was a beautiful thing, man. I kid you not, and I'm excited seeing this. But
I,
with
I'm
that being
like
said,
I'm liking some
go
of
ahead.
those center pulls that we're seeing too. Pulling the center and
Oh yeah,
Oh
dude,
God, and we
listen.
got to give it
I'm
up to
telling
Cooper
you,
B.
Dude, him and Hoffman. So the that's what I like about. Oh my goodness, if you go back and watch for the last 2 years, the offensive line that the
Right.
Cardinals have had,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's about to look like.
That's what it about to look
Yeah,
like.
And the Cardinals didn't have anybody behind the offensive line to throw accurately or to run the ball.
a 5'10" quarterback.
And then you had a 4.6 40 running back, but the guy was picking up 7 yards a carry. Give it up.
So
Beautiful thing,
I'm
man.
telling you, this offensive line is going to look damn good.
Different. And it's going to look different. And that's why, and football with Junkie, when you had mentioned about Terrence Steele, see, so, the scheme that Mike McCarthy, and don't get me wrong, I was a big candidate for Mike McCarthy when we brought him in because there wasn't any experienced coaches out there at the time. So I was a big
Right.
candidate for McCarthy. But Mike McCarthy really did not know how to run the ball. He really did not. And we should
Nah.
have known that when they took him when he was in Green Bay, when he took a receiver and made him his running back. We should have known then that it's like this guy, he doesn't focus on. So, and I say that to say this, football junkie, maybe Terrence Steele will fit better in this scheme. Sometimes players just don't fit in certain schemes. So maybe
Right.
this may be a better scheme for him.
True.
You
Uh-huh.
think
True.
it's
True. It's a
possible?
good possibility that this could be a better scheme for Terrence
Yeah.
Steele to get the ultimate
And
best
here's what's
out of
great
him.
about that. The great thing is also a scheme like this is built for stronger, smaller
Well,
offensive linemen
Yeah.
yeah.
with strength
With strength.
and
That
speed
level.
versus size and stoppability.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Cliff, if those guys get to the second level, it's a wrap. If
Oh
our
yeah.
linemen get to the second level, linebackers don't stand a chance, and the poor cornerbacks and safety, it's a wrap. So
Yeah.
all we got to do is run behind them.
And
So
if Dak can keep practicing getting the ball out in under two, in around 2.8 to 3.2 seconds,
yeah,
and it still being a 15-yard play, that's the other thing that a lot of people haven't realized is
yeah,
the practices. If you go watch these, there's no shorter than 8-yard throws coming out. These are, you know, 10, 12, 15-yard throws that they're practicing right now, which is
Hmm.
something again we've never seen from Mike McCarthy. Everything was a dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. These guys are moving down the field.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, look, I'm a Cowboys fan, die hard. And yes, I would absolutely love to see them go to a Super Bowl. I'm not
Yeah.
calling it this year. Absolutely. But what I am calling it is there's no way we win less than 11 games.
true.
I could absolutely, yeah. It's between us and Washington. I feel like for the NFC East,
Yeah,
championship, or whatever. So
yeah,
these practices with this O line, these practices with even Dak getting the ball out quickly and still making it a 12-plus yard throw, or working on him curling out, building the hamstring more because it's not just from the pocket that your hamstrings are going to be tested. It's
hmm,
making that curl out to the left and throwing the ball off your left leg,
true.
or So no, I'm loving it. I'm loving this offensive line. I'm loving what I'm seeing. We still have stuff to work out. I think Dak's still a little bit rusty on things, but
Yeah,
um, if we can hold it together on injuries, um, Guyton is, I love that kid. I do. He
yeah,
didn't have a great year last year, but
yeah.
I love his attitude. I love
It's
his
gonna take some
mentality.
time.
Um, sure, nobody's going to have it. Look, the Cowboys have been extremely lucky at times against some of the best left tackles in the league, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, Tyron was, Tyron came out. I mean, did he go to college for a year?
Man, he was
It's
like
just
18 years old.
I know, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
18
We
years
we
old.
we've had some of the best left tackles, um, and I I like it. I like what we're doing. And
yeah.
let's not forget, Tyler Smith is a left tackle.
He really
So
is. Yeah.
Tyler Smith is a left tackle. Let's
Yep,
not
Hmm.
he is.
forget that. So people are like, oh, you left your left tackle. You're not going to do anything.
It could be a scenario. That could be something to think about. If if if
Yeah.
Every
if, if
time someone got hurt, he filled in at left tackle. and he
Yeah,
does a
he
phenomenal
did.
job.
because you still
He
got
did.
Brock Hoffman, so you
Uh,
can slide Brock Hoffman at guard if you wanted to, or
back
Bass
to
or
Yep.
guard.
somebody. Yeah,
Yep.
I
Brock
like Brock
Hoffman's a
Hoffman.
big
I really
dude.
like Brock Hoffman, but
I
that's
mean,
something to think about. That's good, Cliff. That's so true. But and when we talk about the linemen, so I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they had demoted our rookie, Tyler Booker. They had
Right.
demoted him to second team, which he started out with the first team, but they demoted him down to second team. And I don't think that's nothing really to really be concerned about. And I think what they were saying is basically it was because for him to learn and get more experience, of the scheme and then just of the game speed and the level of the game. So what do you think, football junkie? I mean, it's nothing to really be worried about, right?
I don't think it's nothing really to worry about right now because, like I said, we on the cusp of preseason. You know,
Yeah.
uh, most of the second team players get a lot of the reps.
Mm-hmm.
They get a lot of the reps, so he's supposed to get his reps in, and we're gonna see where he is and where he's at and how he
Yeah.
handles things. So I don't feel like it's anything to be worried about or be concerned about anything like that. But it's just like you said, it's probably a pacing situation for him to learn the scheme, understand what he needs to do for his meshing up with the center, meshing up with the left tackle and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, it's just all about schematics and getting the book down in his head.
Yeah. I got to give a big shout out to Brian Schottenheimer, man. He said, I questioned, and I just talked to you about that, football junkie, on our last show about how can you be physical with foam padding on your helmet. I just didn't think. I'm like, come on, man. I'm from the old school. How can you be physical when you got foam padding on your helmet? But one thing Brian Schottenheimer said, and I can't believe. I mean, and it made sense. He said, "No, we can't tackle, but we can thump." He said, "We will
Yeah,
be thumping out there." So they are getting physical. I mean, they're putting bodies on bodies. Only thing they're not doing is taking them to the ground. So they are thumping. I like that term. That they're having a thumping practice. So when these guys come through the hole, they're thumping these guys, but they're staying on their feet. So, man, it's just a whole different environment, Cliff. It's a whole different environment. It's a whole new culture. I like the competitive environment and how they're playing and competing against each other. So, man, it's a great thing to see, man. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but what do you think?
extremely, extremely excited. I love what they're doing. I think this is going to be the first year we actually see our starters playing in preseason, which is something that I feel has been missing. And
Yeah,
it's not just for the Cowboys. I mean, this is league wide. These
yeah,
guys
yeah,
need to be playing in the preseason
yeah,
and all three games. I
yeah,
remember when we had four preseason games, and
yeah,
the fourth game was nothing but
yeah.
your starters.
yeah.
We didn't even do that back then because we were still with Mike McCarthy at the end of that and with Jason Garrett, and
Jason
neither
Garrett.
one of them were really playing the starters, right? So I think because Shanahan's old school, he has
Yeah,
that mentality. I think we're going to
Schottenheimer.
see stars. No, Schottenheimer, sorry. I think we're going to see our starters playing in the preseason.
Yeah, I don't care if it's two series. That's okay with me. But they need to be out there. I mean, just let them get out there and play. They need to get out there and play. And I mean, but what we witnessed years before is what Jerry calls protecting his investment. That's all it was. I pay these guys all this money. No, they're not gonna play. But it cost us. It cost us. It took us
Playing
about five
softball.
games to get in the rhythm, before we actually catch on and we played from behind four out of the five of the games. So yeah, this will be something great to see, football junkie and Cliff, to see that our starters get out there. I don't care, they can play a quarter if they want to. I don't know, just be I guess
First preseason, half quarter, the half to fourth. First preseason game, half to fourth. Second
yeah,
preseason, the entire fourth. Third
yeah,
preseason, they're playing the second half.
yeah.
Yeah.
So true, so true. So I think this week is the week that they scrimmage. Let's see, they're gonna
So
scrimmage.
with the Rams, the
No, it'll be
Yeah, it's
Superchargers.
going to be the Rams.
Yeah,
is it this week? I believe
yeah,
it
I
is.
think
I
so.
Uh,
believe
I
it. I
think
believe
no,
it's
no,
Thursday.
no, no. It's joint practice. It'll be August 5th. August 5th is the day when they're going to scrimmage against the
Next Thursday.
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
they're getting ready for that. So hey man,
No,
that's where we
Wednesday.
are, man. That's where we are, man. And like I said, I'm excited just to see a new type of environment of how they practice. I mean, man, they do all this dancing and stuff. So it's great, man, to see what's going on. And they're saying that Brian Schottenheimer is pretty tough on his coaches as well as his players. So it's yeah, we're not no nonsense. It's no nonsense out there with his coaches as well as it is with his players. So yeah, that's where we are. So football junkie, what's your final words before we get out of here, man? We done held these folks a long time, more than 30 minutes. What you got, brother?
Man, really, I don't really have much to say, bro. I ain't got nothing to say, man. It's just just this well anticipated season, man. I've been hyped up, man, for the last 3 months, man.
Yeah.
I've been on the hype train for real.
Yeah. Well, that's what's I think we all on the hype train. Cliff, what do you got in the final word before we get out of here?
Well, always be kind. It's so easy to do, but
There you
listen,
go.
smoke and mirrors. Smoke and
Man,
mirrors are a real thing.
that's the greatest thing a person can say. Be kind. Be kind.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
more of that. We need more of that, man. So that is so true. And again, on my behalf, I just want to say I want to see that our players continue to stay safe and stay healthy. That we get through this thing okay. And I'm ready for some football, man. So hey, before we get out of here, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell before we leave, so you will be notified when the next video is posted. Cliff, you got something before we get out? You good?
No, man, I'm good. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much. And it is always a pleasure being here.
Oh, man, you're a regular now, man. You're a regular. Give it up to Cliff. All right, again, guys, y'all continue, like I say, always continue to stay safe and be blessed. 2 fingers up, and we're out.